You've had your awakening. You're seeing the signs, the synchronicities, maybe even feeling like reality isn't quite what you thought it was.
And yet something still feels off. There's more, but you're not sure how to live it. You're not alone in this, honestly, because here's the truth. Awakening is actually only the beginning.
So many beautiful souls get caught right here.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up to your spiritual nature, but life still feels heavy, confusing, or stagnant.
Yeah, because you're aware, but you quite haven't embodied it yet. You're open, but you're still kind of teeter-tottering, like you're uncertain, you're in doubt. And the deeper reasoning is that awaken on its own doesn't complete the journey. It is actually where it starts, which makes it kind of hard to even embrace it even more because you've gotten to this point.
And if you stop at awakening, you actually stay in limbo. Yeah. So your soul is really ready to evolve, but your human part doesn't yet have the map.
Yeah. So it's like, what are we doing? What's going on right now? So if you're new here, hi, I'm Anna Reina.
And I'm Dr. Katana, and we're the co-founders of the Katana Institute, where we guide Lightworkers, Starseeds, and Awakened Ones through what we call the 5 phases of the soul evolution.
That's right. So we break it down in 5 easy ways to navigate through this process. And so it's a multi-dimensional process. We walked ourselves, and now we are here to help guide others using it through the Katana Method, because awakening isn't where it ends, it is where it truly begins.
So let's walk through these 5 phases. They aren't rigid steps, okay? They're always evolving. So they're energetic phases. Your soul naturally kind of moves through over and over as you evolve.
Yeah, so let's start with the first one, awaken. This is when the illusion begins to crack. This is where it kind of starts getting crazy. And you feel like you're going crazy, and it can be kind of scary. So you start questioning your identity, your beliefs, everything around you, the world. So you might start seeing these repeating numbers, which we call angel numbers, or have like spontaneous downloads, or suddenly feel like you're your own stranger in your own life. Nothing is making sense to you.
And so the awakening is the recognition of truth, but it can also bring confusion, isolation, and energetic overwhelm. So you're going to feel completely like off, okay?
And and you're not alone in that. So don't think, it can feel like you're going crazy. Yeah, it can probably feel like that. So, but phase 2, which is heal. So when you awaken, everything unhealed starts going to the surface. So all those dark situations or feelings or trauma or events that you suppressed it for so many years, it starts rising to the surface. It's part of the awakening process. So the trauma, the patterns, the past life echoes, and ancestral pain. So it's starting to bubble up for a reason, because you can't ascend while you're carrying what your soul is asking you to finally let go of. So to reach a higher vibrational frequency, you have to let go of the dead weight, the anchor, all that stuff that has been holding you back up to this point so far.
Yes, my guides have always said, you have to let go of those heavy emotions like fear and these deep trauma, because we want to get lighter, but not just weight-wise, but soul-wise, energetically wise. Okay. And so in this phase, we guide people through subconscious recoding, energy clearing, and emotional integration, because true healing isn't about fixing yourself. It's about remembering who you were before all the distortion.
For all the confusion. It's in there. So that's the whole point. So phase 3. So this is empower, which is a beautiful, this is one of my favorite ones, because as you start to clear everything, your gifts, your clairsenses, all your intuitive sensations begin to rise. So you start trusting your intuition. You start speaking your truth without any fear and reclaiming back your personal power, which is beautiful, which is what it's all about.
Up to that point, you have given your energy to other people, so either to your work or to relationships. But the empowerment is where you stop outsourcing your truth and you begin to listen to your inner authority. So basically, everything that you've thrown out there, your energy, you're going to turn it around and put that energy toward yourself.
That's right.
And so we work with our body intelligence, we work with our clairsenses and energetic discernment in this phase.
Yeah, I love that, because for so long you've been looking for validation and answers outside of you, but with empowerment, you're looking within and trusting within, which is a really beautiful thing.
Nothing's going to really make you happy from outside. Nothing. No relationship, no pets.
Not even money. I mean, like, honestly.
Yeah, some people have a lot of money and they're still not happy
Yeah.
because they're not happy from within. So
Yeah.
instead of throwing all that energy out there, now it's time through the empowerment phase to turn that around and look within.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, so phase 4, embody. So once you're remembered and you're reclaimed and you're feeling good, you're tapping in and you're remembering who you are. So embody means like once you've gotten all that situated, it's about stepping into it. Now, this is where the real test comes into play. Can you live it? Can you walk the talk or all that kind of good stuff? Because when you walk as your soul in the human world, that's when you're the most powerful. That's when you're in control of your reality.
And also, embodying means becoming the frequency you once sought externally, like I've said before.
Mhm.
It's how you speak, how you move, how you choose, how you protect your energy, and anchor your light in every area of life.
Yeah, exactly. So are you speaking truth? Are you speaking light? Are you putting out there what you want to come back to you? All that goodness and the light that you're meant to be. Are you doing it?
Right, especially because it's like societal pressure,
Mm,
and so once you are awakened, and then once you get through all that confusion, and then of course once you heal, this is when okay, I have to live it.
yeah.
Okay, I have to talk it. I have to be it. I have to really embody it and really remember, your true authentic self.
Because once you do that, you're the lighthouse now. You're everyone's watching, everyone's seeing your transition, your transformation, watching you shine brightly, watching you become this better person. And it's contagious. They want some of that too. They want to understand what you did. Why are you glowing? Why are you so happy? What's going on in your life? Because you're embodying that true light, which is beautiful. And then once all that, phase 5, it's called evolve. So once you get to this point, this is the phase of expansion, because not only are you embodying it, you're living it, you're high vibing it. So now you get to take it further and beyond. So ascension isn't just about floating away and escaping. It's about aligning to higher timelines, higher vibrational frequencies, embodying divine service, activating deeper DNA levels. So ascension is getting to that 5th dimensional frequency, that high vibrating frequency, so you can go beyond anything. And it takes going through the healing, going through the recognition and remembering to be able to get to that point.
And now it's the time when your soul really steps into your
Mm-hmm.
life purpose and the missions that you came to earth for. You become a guide, a transmitter, a lighthouse, like she said, not going from ego, but from resonance. It's so important.
Yeah.
Because whatever we are now embodying, it is like the energy that's going out. It's the vibration, and we can reach 100,000 people with our vibrations alone.
Just
Imagine
one person.
just one person, yeah. And so imagine you being that powerful. You are powerful already, but you just forgot how to be super powerful.
Yeah, and we created this because we lived it ourselves. We went through this process. So for me, my awakened, when it cracked me open, and it was the deeper work that brought me peace and power. But trust me, I felt like I was being split between two different realities, and it took a minute to like regroup and understand the process. But once that deeper healing happened, you become unstoppable, and you realize the importance of it. And that's why we decided to do this, to give back.
And for me, it was, as many of you know, that I communicate with my angelic team since childhood, but I didn't want to hear what they had to say sometimes. And the mission that I was,
The embodiment.
yeah, didn't want to do it. So, but then I hit a brick wall and I was kind of stuck in a phase where I didn't want to accept any of that. Didn't want to accept my life purpose. I was supposed to build something big. Well, now I am. Look what we're doing now. We're building, the Katana Institute. But I had to really come to terms with myself, and I just didn't want to do it because I was full of fear, and I was actually really scared to move forward. But I was like, who wants to listen to what we have to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it actually had to come to a brick wall that I had cancer. And that's when I said, okay, God, if you heal me, I will go down this path, the path that I was supposed to go down. And here I am.
Yeah. And I think that's also another motivating part for us is we don't want you guys have to hit a brick wall, an accident or health issue or grief or fear of loss before it gets to that, before you wake up, before you're jarred and shooken up with life. The whole point is just to, if you feel that nudge, go for it, move forward. So it doesn't have to get to that point.
So we want to offer you a beautiful tool to help you reflect. It's a free soul readiness checklist, a guide to help you tune into
So
where you
cute.
are right now and what pillar is calling for your attention.
Yeah, it's short, it's intuitive, and completely free. It's super cute. So just click on the link below and then you'll receive it right away.
So it's sort of like a compass, okay?
Yeah.
So don't surprise if your soul gives you a very clear
That's right.
answer.
Yeah, I'm saying pay attention, pay attention.
It would be great if you could help us out and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And in the compass, we would love to know which of these 5 phases are you in right now?
Or you're circling back to.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's not linear, just so you guys know, these phases you flow in and out of. So, no matter where you're at in your spiritual journey, you will experience these at different levels. Yeah. And the truth is, you might just help someone else's, this can help other people too, your friends, your family, by sharing. So I think that's it.
Until next time.
Until next time. Bye.